Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is SatTV Week. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Jean-François of Eutelsat. Now Jean-François, Eutelsat, worldwide operator. What about Asia?
Thank you, Richard, first to let me speak about Eutelsat a little bit. I'd like to recap who we are first. So we are a 1.2 billion euro company, but it is true that so far our focus has been on Europe, Middle East and Africa. So our clients, let's say our business is 70% for video, 20% for data and about 10% for government services. Now about Asia, we have one position which is 70 East with one satellite today, which is Eutelsat 70A, but we are planning of course to, if we are here, to expand in the region, and by the end of the year we launch a new satellite which is Eutelsat 70B. The position is quite a good position because it covers, in terms of geographic position, 3 continents, so Europe, Africa and of course Asia, I would say Central Asia, Southeast Asia and a part of Australia. So first the position is quite good, but also I should say that in terms of technology, this satellite is quite an agile, if you want, satellite. I'm maybe using a term which is not that used in the industry, but I mean agile by the fact that we can have connectivity, onboard connectivity, which is quite good. So it means you can do whatever you want between those 4 areas, if you want. So Europe, Africa, Middle East and Asia. So either Asia to Asia, for instance, or Asia to Europe, Asia to Africa. So that's quite an efficient satellite that we bring to this part of the world.
Now, this expansion you're talking about and the launch of the new satellite, this obviously means Asia is very important to you. Can you just explain why?
Well, first, I think it's almost, I'm sorry to say, but to say Asia is important is obvious. The question would be more, I believe, why we were not in Asia before. So that's, I think, the important point. So we cannot, of course, ignore Asia. We recognize that there are a number of significant players in Asia, so we will try to bring our additional power to the market. First, as I said, with this satellite. Second, in terms of overall strategy at Eutelsat, you know, we try to grow in an organic manner. So we launched this satellite, we launched another 4 satellites in the next coming 12 months. But we should maybe, if there are opportunities in terms of inorganic growth, it's not an objective per se, but clearly if it can speed up our presence in the region, we'll also consider some such opportunities. Again, so it's not an objective per se, but if it allows us to better serve and in a quicker manner the clients in Asia, we'll do it. I should have said before, but that of course we do serve clients from Asia already today in Europe. So for instance, we already serve CCTV, CNC, Star Times, Bharti Airtel, Sun TV, the Z Group are already clients of us. So that's why it was important also to have a better presence here in the region.
Now the satellite industry is very interesting, but what do you see as the notable trends at the moment?
Well, I should say myself, I'm not coming from the satellite industry. I'm rather new in this business, so maybe I will have a personal view. Yeah. First, if I joined this industry, that I believe strongly in the future of this industry, while in my previous job, of course, I was talking about non-linear TV, OTT, and so forth. So the reason I think there is a bright future for this industry is multiple. One is that in terms of cost effectiveness, to deliver, for instance, video to the market, to users, there is no more efficient technology in cost per home than the DTH, so direct to home, that technology that we bring to the clients through satellite. Second, in terms of quality, I would say there is HD today, tomorrow Ultra HD. So we believe that you will not see fiber optics to each single home in the universe very soon. I think, in fact, maybe, I mean, at least for the next 20 years, maybe, or next 10 years. So I would say more than 10 years for sure. We never know what will happen in the future, so that's why I prefer to be prudent. But in the next, you know, the life of a satellite is 15 years, so for the next 20 years, clearly or more, I see a very bright future in terms of for the satellite industry. So both in terms of cost, in terms of quality, which are, I think, the two main things we, of course, have to consider. Now, having said that, I don't say we ignore the evolution of the consumption of the media today in the marketplace. So we can bring new technologies as well, either on the satellite. So with, you know, we launched a new satellite over Europe, which is K-based technology, so which allows us to, and it's following our partner Viasat, what they did in the US, but Hughes is doing this as well in the US. So the penetration, for instance, for broadband services in the US today is about 1.2 million users for a country which is not known as an underserved country for terrestrial infrastructure. So in fact, so this means you do have a market in countries in Western Europe as well. So that's where now we focus on with our KSAT technology. So we offer this service only since a year. So we are still in the ramping up mode. But you understand that this technology, as we offer internet, broadband technology to the consumer market, it allows as well to introduce triple play services, satellite, what I call satellite triple play, which, and there is a strong interest for instance, telecom operators all over Europe for this solution for, let's say, underserved areas with ADSL and so forth. So with satellite triple play, voice over IP, and so forth, so we see we bring new usage to the market, and of course with a return channel. So I'm sure that will bring innovation and let's say which would be in line with the consumption that you see, new usage, new media new ways of consuming media, if I may say so, in the future, and Eutelsat so will be a key player in innovation in that space.
Difficult final question. You're new to this. What are the main aims of the company over the next 12 months?
So I think that in terms of, let's say, overall answer, I would say that's always to continue to better serve our clients. So what does it mean? I think I touched base a little bit on it, either be it on expansion. So in Asia is clearly one, for instance. In terms of innovation, would be two. But I would need to let's say maybe confirm this by the fact that we want to have a very flexible approach in terms of relationship with our clients. So we'll try to demonstrate this. So innovation, expansion, and flexibility would be some of the key points we will be as a Chief Commercial Officer for Eutelsat. So I will be very keen in demonstrating that we bring this to our clients.
Jean-François, thank you.
Thank you very much, Richard.